In the Western culture of modern day USA, feminism is the agenda that is perpetuated the most. It tells women on one hand that they can be sexually liberated, they can shake their ass, they can sleep around, but they should not be labeled as a slut or a whore, even if they are the personification of what a whore is, a promiscuous woman who sleeps with multiple partners. On the other hand, they exist women to believe that an evil patriarchy exists, is at work, and is oppressing women, while Western women are the most protected group of women on this planet. So that begs the question, is there an evil patriarchy at work? If there is, where does that evil patriarchy exist? What does it look like? Who are the most oppressed?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In this video presentation, the first thing we're going to do is listen to the horrendous, atrocious story of the South African chocolate chick you see on the screen here.
Hello, my name is Nolusindiso. I'm from South Africa. I'm currently based in Shanghai, China, and I work as a kindergarten teacher. On Wednesday, August 23rd, during a disagreement, the HR manager at my job, a guy, punched me on my face. After he punched me and I was screaming, trying to get out of his office, he pushed me down on the couch, telling me that I needed to sit down. I screamed and I was trying to get my phone so I can take pictures and videos of what was happening. Instead, he grabbed my phone and said he didn't have my phone anymore. I don't know how I got out of the office, but somehow I got out, and I was running in the passage of this kindergarten trying to get help. There were various women there. All of them just watched and did nothing. I managed to run to the stairs, but by the time I got to the stairs, he was already there, and he was preventing me from going past him. I was screaming, but he was pulling me, preventing me from leaving. I don't know what came to my head, but I thought about a different exit, and I ran towards the different exit, but he was chasing me. And during the time that he was chasing me, he was singing a song, humming a song, as though to distract me in case so that I can fall and he can catch me. I managed to get out of the building, and there was another lady outside the building shouting for the securities officers to close the gate so I wouldn't get out. But what happened is the security officer made a mistake. Instead of closing the gate, he opened the gate, and then I ran, managing to get out. By the time I got out, I had no shoes on, no socks on. They had taken my phone. I had no bag on. It was just me and nothing on my hands. I didn't know what to do, so I started walking on the streets, and I came across a young Chinese lady. Asked her if she speak English, and she said yes. I asked her to call the cops. She called the cops arrived, and we went back to the kindergarten. When we arrived at the kindergarten, they had gathered everything that belonged to me in a table, telling me that the reason why they were preventing me from leaving is because they wanted me to calm down so they can call the cops to resolve the issue, despite the fact that I wasn't feeling safe, and that is why I wanted to run away. Then the guy who had punched me told the cops that he did not punch me, that I hit my eye on the couch. I asked them to release the CCTV footage of the building while I was running, and they said they don't have it. We went to the police station. At the police station, the vice principal who saw everything happen said that she didn't see anything, and that when this guy might have hit me, she was on the phone, so she didn't see anything. When I arrived there, the cops basically told me that my visa is expiring next week, and I do not have proof that this guy has hit me, and therefore I needed to settle. Feeling like I didn't have a choice, I ended up settling for compensation. I'm making this video because there are so many of us out here who are suffering under the hands of our employers, who continue to disobey the law and treat us very poorly. And I'm also making this video because I feel very powerless in this situation. They told me that if I talk to anybody or go to the media about the situation, then they would sue me and I would have to go to jail or get deported. They also threatened to put me on some teachers' blacklist in China so that I would never get a job in China. They also refused to give me any documents that would allow me to work anywhere else in China during this moment. But I'm not okay with just keeping quiet and pretending like this is okay and nothing happened. And I hope if you're seeing this video, you pass it to as many people as possible so that people know that this happens to me.
Y'all heard that horrific story. Is this the patriarchy that these Western women are talking about? In China? Look at that eye, y'all. Ain't no way you could say that nobody noticed that she was punched in her eye. And no woman stood up for her. Women are powerless in China. And men are considered more valuable than women. And society as a whole keeps quiet when a man abusses a woman. Look at this next video. This is the evil patriarchy and how it functions in China.
In a small town in Shanxi, China.
平时我都记不清有多少回了，反正我只知道她怀孕的时候也在打我，生了坐月子的时候又在打我。她都说过了，如果你给别人走漏风声，我都把你往死的整。
In urban cities like Shanghai.
我就想起了他，就说完一句话的时候，他说我打死你，就很恶狠狠。
Millions of women in China are falling victim to domestic violence. It's estimated that there's one victim of domestic violence every 8 seconds. "30-year-old Lamu was a Chinese live streamer in the remote Aba area of Sichuan province. Lamu was popular on Douyin, the original Chinese version of TikTok. Videos of her life in the countryside won her nearly 900,000 fans.
又没有开始下雨了，怎么办？找个大一点的树避避雨吧，风也特别的大，真的好冷。
On September 14th, 2020, Lamu's fans were watching a live broadcast when suddenly the screen went black. Then they heard screams.
这个丈夫为了报复她，来才进行就是对她砍伤也好，然后先砍了几刀，然后又放火烧她，然后活活用火烧死了。
Lamu suffered 90% burns to her body and died 2 weeks later. Her attacker was her ex-husband, who earlier had also threatened to kill their children.
她其实老公也是因为嫉妒她。
Another horrific story of a female whose life was negatively impacted by a patriarchal system that is at work in China. She was a mother of small children. She loved life and she was very successful in her social media pursuits. But because of jealousy and the inability to control one's anger, this Chinese man offed her. I'm sharing this video presentation to raise awareness to the Western women. For those of you who are traveling to China, your life does not have the same value in China as it does in Western countries. So please stop complaining about an evil patriarchy that does not exist in Western countries. Continuing to spread these lies will only make things more difficult for those who are true survivors of patriarchal abuse. And if you find yourself in an abusive situation, leave immediately. Because one thing that we have learned from this video presentation is that Chinese kin is empowered to take you out.